back to the first Angie and Dax vlog.
Woo! This is episode 1, Ghost Kitchens. So what exactly is a ghost kitchen, Dax?
A ghost kitchen is an establishment, like a restaurant, but without a dine-in service.
So technically you can like walk in and pick up your food, but you can't stay there. Typically, like the establishments that are like taking up space in these ghost kitchens, they're made for these ghost kitchens. For example, you kind of have like fake desserts that are kind of being shown that aren't similar to the products. It's almost like they've taken these off of like
stock images.
Yeah, stock images.
One really popular example of a really famous ghost kitchen is Mr. Beast's Mr. Beast Burger.
So the one that we're going to today is like considered like a warehouse-esque ghost kitchen.
Yeah.
But there's other examples of like McDonald's hosting ghost kitchens, Chipotle, for example, like hosting these order for pickup or delivery restaurants.
Yeah, another part of ghost kitchens, which is pretty like intrinsic to their establishment, is during the pandemic. You know, we had a crazy era in time where we could not be within 6 feet of each other.
Yeah.
And a way to have the restaurant industry like bounce back, a lot of corporations came out with this idea of ghost kitchens. I mean, there did exist before this, but it became very popularized in the pandemic. So we had a bunch of different restaurants coming together to work in one building.
In the era of like contactless like ordering, such as like Amazon, like you needed to find a way to get food somehow.
Yeah.
So people weren't just cooking, it was more like, how are we gonna get like McDonald's or Wingstop, but we can't walk in and like interact anymore. So ghost kitchens was like a viable method.
Yeah. Another part of that is that we have small businesses who started before the pandemic, and they can't rely on tips. They can't rely on dine-in services to have their business stay afloat. So what they did was they ended up merging with other companies in a ghost kitchen to keep their business afloat. They can pay compound rent with other restaurants inside of a ghost kitchen without the expenses of having to pay for dine-in things.
Yeah.
Dine-in.
So because of like the way that these ghost kitchens are working, there's like minimal labor workers that are like in these ghost kitchens. You don't have someone like working the front, or like there's simply just one person cooking the food in each, like I would say, sector of these ghost kitchens, like not interacting with the people ordering the food or just grabbing the food from like these delivery drivers.
So, to explore the world of ghost kitchens, today we're gonna order Wingstop and Goop Kitchen, which we'll talk about later. We're gonna order a 15 wings little special with 8 original hot and 7
lemon pepper hot wings.
Clock it.
And we're also gonna get some drinks, and
have a good time.
we're also gonna grab like a small little dish from like an original ghost kitchen that has been like prominent.
Let's go. So we've made it to the ghost kitchen.
We're here, we ordered Wingstop, and we're going to one more ghost kitchen item, right? Yes.
Ready?
We'll go inside. So we got our food. We got it from Goop Kitchen, which is actually owned by Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Which is only ghost kitchen chain. There's no like actual restaurants. Yeah, that you can like sit down at. And then we got Wingstop, which is a chain.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I'd also like to bring up that ordering DoorDash from small businesses is not very great. So this is why we picked Wingstop. We're not hurting them by doing this. Okay. We have a Sprite for me and a Dr. Pepper for Angie. And let's dig in. All ranch. This is fat ranch. get napkins.
First Ghost Kitchen meal.
Yes.
Let's see. So worth it.
It's hot. Anyway.
This is good. I'm not pro Ghost Kitchens, but... Oh, so although this may be good for like the average consumer and it may seem like an effective way to like go and order food off of DoorDash, this has like negative effects on small businesses, especially post-pandemic.
Because small businesses have to pay for all the resources for packaging, for the delivery services, they have to make sure it's a good quality, which is expensive, keeping your food warm or cold so the experience of the person eating it likes your food. You don't have any personal face-to-face contact with the employees to make sure you like that part of their business.
Yeah.
You only have what's the food is and what it's made and how it's good or not.
Yeah, and you end up prioritizing like other meals that aren't like the original small businesses like food, and you're like instead like creating brownies from like Goop Kitchen.
Yeah. On top of that, you have expenses that come with keeping your product sustainable. So ghost kitchens are not good for the environment.
No.
You have to spend so much of your profits prioritizing excessive packaging. But businesses like Wingstop can thrive on this aspect of the industry. Unfortunately, they advertise, like Grubhub and DoorDash advertise on their websites that this is a good business opportunity for small businesses. The startup costs are small. You don't have to employ a lot of employees. But Sarah Wade, a small business owner from Boston, explained her experience where she had to pay high fees to get her products on websites like DoorDash and Grubhub. And on top of that, she had to pay for all this packaging, and she was barely breaking even during the pandemic.
No.
And the fact that in California, Grubhub and DoorDash and Uber Eats spent $200 million lobbying against workers' rights for delivery drivers, it goes to show that this is not...
They don't care about
Yeah.
their like workers.
This shouldn't be the future
Yeah.
of the restaurant industry, and it might be.
Yeah, it's expected to be a $1 trillion
$1
industry
trillion industry
over the next
10 years.
decade. So this is going to become everyone's new reality eventually. So we finished our Wingstop, and now we're gonna eat our Goop Kitchen brownie. So Goop Kitchen is owned by Gwyneth Paltrow, and it's basically all supposed to be like super healthy. Like this is a tiny little brownie that was almost $6. Okay, so reminding you guys again, this is an only Ghost Kitchen like establishment, so you can't like go like, hey, let's go out and like eat at Goop Kitchen. Like, no.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this.
It's
This
really
isn't-
rich,
Yeah, it's kind of like dry though.
but it's also not warm. So
Yeah, it's cold. And there's also little like salted
yeah.
crystals on
I
it.
can't exactly say that I like the service. I can't exactly say that I like the employees.
'Cause there was no
because there wasn't
service.
any.
Okay, so we just finished most of our brownie from Goop
Enough.
Kitchen.
We had enough of it.
Yeah, we had enough.
Wingstop gets a 9
out of 10.
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
And
Goop, it's a 5.
I would even say like a 4. It's a very weak 5. Although we may like Wingstop a
Yeah.
lot, this isn't exactly like a sustainable process at all.
Yeah.
If you really want to get Wingstop, drive over to one.
Yeah.
Okay, so after finishing our food, I guess we can just come to the conclusion that like the next time that us as students doing rehearsals or at home when we want to order DoorDash, just be more mindful of where you're getting your food from, because it actually might be a ghost kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, you could be ordering Starbucks from your house for about a year and only today learn that the Starbucks is actually coming from a ghost kitchen.
Was that you, Dax?
That was me.
Yeah, I mean, just being able to take a couple minutes just to make sure to know where your food's coming from can actually help small businesses in the process, and even your delivery drivers too.
Clock it. Thanks for watching.
Watching.